2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Serenity Championship is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside major champion Rich Beam in the booth, and it's wonderful to welcome in Henny Koyak, who's out on the course following our featured group.
Hi Luke, I'm very happy to be covering this week's featured group. What a pairing. These two, they've been going back and forth at each other. There is quite the budding rivalry here. And
this week, Henny, they're looking to beat Harold Varner III. It should be an exciting and entertaining duel.
Absolutely, Luke. Harold Varner III is one of the most charismatic, talkative and highly skilled players out there on tour. He'll either cut you down with his game or his slick talking. You better be on your guard.
Yes, he's got a sharp tongue and a clever game. Let's see how HV3 goes up against this player in this rivalry. And Henny, what are they looking at here?
Setting up this putt 10 feet from the cup.
Okay, steady now. A par putt on the table. That's a disappointing par in the end after such a terrific shot in.
Opportunity lost, and one they needed to take advantage of, sitting just 2 back of the lead.
Let's go down to John McCarthy for our on-course report. And John, you've now had some time to walk the course this week before today's show. What are we in for today at the Jacobson Homestead?
Well, Luke, yes, I love walking around this rural setting. Not a whole lot of trouble to start off with, but things heat up quite a bit when you hit the 7th hole, par 4. Has a dogleg left and a few bunkers and trees to deal with off the tee. Back 9 opens with a narrow and lengthy par 5, but that's really as tricky as it gets. I guess it gets a little swampy on the 15th, but the water generally won't be a factor for many players out there in the field. They saved the most challenging tee shot for the 18th, which leads up to an elevated green for the approach. That will be a fun hole to watch this week. Hopefully provide some drama coming down the final stretch. Let's see what happens, guys.
Why don't we catch up with the V-Man, Harold Varner III.
He's 2 strokes behind his rival this week.
Gee, that'll keep the momentum rolling, Rich.
And this is why you got to keep your foot on the gas at all times. These guys and girls are good.
Here they are, full of confidence on the next tee, coming off the eagle.
Awesome stuff.
Well, you'd have to think this person's got a head full of confidence, Rich, coming off a last start win.
The game is coming easy to this player right now, so no reason not to believe they can't do it again this week.
Looks to have opted for the 8-iron.
4 left.
Oh, terrific approach and a chance for birdie here at the 3rd.
Gotta like their chances from there. This one's tracking.
Oh, terrific. What an effort. He's currently in a share of top spot. Now we're on the 4th tee here at Jacobson Homestead, and it's a par 3, playing 181 off the back tees.
Yeah, that's about as far as you're going to see this par 3 play, Luke. Player's going to go in there with the mid, probably shortish iron. Obviously, with the water on the right, you want nothing to do with that side as the bank severely slopes downwards. Bailing out to left of the bunkers, not so hot either. But with just a short iron in your hand, you think that these players are good enough to fire right at it, don't you?
Let's return to live play now. This putt just 5 feet away from the hole.
This for back-to-back birdies.
Nice line. The putt drops, and that's back-to-back birdies.
Back-to-back birdies, moving the right direction there, Luke.
Now leading by 1 shot. We have a par 4 on this one.
Nice birdie back there. On to the next.
That's tidy. And Henny, what kind of a shot are they facing this time?
I'd say he's about 165 from this flag.
Yeah, nicely played. Putting for birdie here. Oh, just missed. Just 3 feet to the cup.
He's got this for his par.
Well done.
This player is putting for fun.
Let's see what happens here on the 6th. Oh, well done. Rich, one of the big advantages for the experienced players on tour is their history around particular courses. But what advice would you give to the new players who are coming to a course for the first time and how to handle it?
I would say tread easily. Go in there and just try to get into a good rhythm on the golf course. Don't try and go out and try and hit too many heroic shots or go after too many flag sticks, because if you don't know what the consequences are if you don't pull off that shot, well, shame on you. So I think that the veterans obviously have more knowledge about golf courses, and they can say, oh, I don't want to miss it there because that's dead. I've seen it happen before. When you go into a new golf course, Luke, you got to go in with it and just try and play a little bit on the defensive side. Don't get too greedy. Don't try and make too many things happen. Go in there, find some fairways, find some greens, hole a few putts here and there. Get some confidence going first before you start attacking pins.
Deep into the front 9. Here we are at the 7th hole. Yeah, that one will play. Well, that's comfortably on the dance floor. Well played.
What an amazing approach shot. I think their rival, Harold Varner III, has a worthy competitor this week.
Lining up the birdie putt here. Looks good off the blade. Well, you're going to be hard to catch now if you keep making putts like that. And that will take him to 6 under. And still in top spot after that hole. Keep it going. Let's see what happens here at the 8th. Outstanding shot. High quality. 7 feet to the cup. Ooh, right by the hole. And this putt coming up for his par. Unable to take advantage of the great approach there, Rich. Our leader is enjoying a 3-stroke advantage. Teeing off now on the 9th hole. Quality shot, that one. What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
Setting up here from about 185 yards.
Looks to be going with the 5-iron. Oh, this one's right down the pipe. Oh, that's great. It just missed the hole. And hitting yet another green here in regulation.
Dare I say, Luke, this player has been in fuego with his approach shots. Another green in regulation.
Mark it down. That's birdie number 5. And that will take him to 7 under. And now let's head over to Harold Varner III.
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Here we have a par 5. And now heading over to Harold Varner III.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
It's a brave one. Driver off the deck. Looks to me, Rich, that this player has a ton of confidence. Put themselves right back in position to win straight off their last start.
They're going to have to make some birdies coming down the closing stretch, but they have a lot of good vibes coming from that last win. I expect more of the same this week. Pretty good shot there.
Getting ready to play their third. Yeah, that's a top little chip shot, that one.
Judging it beautifully.
Currently in first position. Always positive coming off a birdie. Let's see what happens here. Wow, that was just striped. The history of golf has been littered with some great characters for the modern game. Harold Varner III is right up there. A really personable guy, just effervescent. And I think, Rich, the only thing we're all waiting for is that first W to come. He seems to deserve it.
I can't wait to see what happens when he gets that first W. Oh, it's going to be blissfully fun. He's such an engaging personality that you can't help but just like him. He is out there enjoying every single moment of being on the PGA Tour, playing against the best in the world, and he believes that he can hang with every single one of those players. It hasn't kind of shown up yet, but there's no doubt in my mind with the belief that he has in his own game, that alone will carry him to a win on the PGA Tour sooner than later, and I'm thinking it could happen as early as this year.
This one looks like it'll safely make the green. A wonderful shot and a birdie opportunity coming up at the 12th.
And a fantastic look upcoming.
And back to the course with the live action. A good opportunity here, just 6 feet to the hole.
This is what they have left for birdie here. It's looking solid.
Yeah, nice mid-range birdie putt, that one. And with that hole behind them, they currently lead ahead of Tiger Woods, who's second. Let's head to this lengthy par 4.
That dog will hunt.
Time for the second shot here at the 13th. Oh, look at this. Right down the throat. This player's dialed in. What a shot. That was exactly what the doctor ordered.
Absolutely. In there close. Good look at birdie coming up.
Now at 11 under for the day. Now on the tee of a long par 4.
Yeah, generous landing area, thankfully out to the right-hand side. Obviously a bunker down the left, and if you miss it even further left, there's water lurking. But the second shot, this is where it gets slippery. This is where it gets dangerous, especially to a back right hole location. All of a sudden, the water down the right-hand side comes into full view. Bailing out to the left in the bunker, not so hot either. I'll tell you what, it takes a brave player to fire at this flagstick.
Looks to have chosen the 7-iron. Outstanding approach shot.
And as good as they putt, you almost have to guarantee this one.
Let's see if we can make this big putt for birdie. Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
All right, down the hill here. Got to be gentle.
Beautiful shot. And just keeping it in neutral on the leaderboard. This hole is a par 5.
Nice birdie at the last. Let's see what they can produce here.
That one's heading down Broadway. Playing from around 210 yards here. Opting for the hybrid, I think. Yes, anytime you can find the green and have a putt, you'll take it. Ooh, it'd be nice to make this putt. This is for eagle. Ooh, that's disappointing. 3 feet to go here to the hole. If that putt drops, now 13 under par, heading down the stretch.
And a nice feeling it must be to have that sizable of a lead coming down the stretch.
Looks like they're going with the pitching wedge. Yeah, good swing. This one's heading up onto the green for sure. Well, you can see why he's leading. That was a shot of high caliber.
I tell you, you just dream about days like today. Greens and regulation, spot on all day. Awesome.
This one's for birdie. It's half a chance of being holed, this one. Just building upon his advantage. He keeps making the important plays. And maintaining top spot on the leaderboard after that.
2 holes to go, Luke. I know who I like.
Well, that's right out of the top draw. A great shot from our leader.
Oh, really leaned on that tee shot. That went forever.
This shot from around 210 yards. Wow, what a shot. And now let's head over to Harold Varner III.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Trying to get to 15 under now with this opportunity.
Short game has been especially sharp today, Luke. Very impressive.
Ouch, that hurts. A 7-footer right here.
Looking good so far.
Yeah, you'll take that. Our current leader is enjoying an 8-stroke advantage. Rich, we find ourselves at the finishing hole here at Jacobson Homestead, and it seems strange to be playing it just at 400 yards.
I tell you what, though, I like this finishing hole because it gives you options. You don't have to necessarily hit driver here. If you do, you got to take it over some pretty tall trees, and you can't miss it to the left-hand side. The safe play, lay it out to the right, but now your second shot becomes just a little bit longer, a little bit more difficult to get it that close to the hole. I love the options you have on this finishing hole. A great opportunity for one final birdie.
That's a lovely shot here at the 18th, and a chance for birdie at the last. Lining up here for a chance to win the tournament. What a putt to make. Well, there you have it. What a wonderful victory, Rich.
Second win of the season. Playing awfully well at the moment. Let's see if they can keep up this good run of form.
And Rich, what a performance. They've got back-to-back wins. What a force they're proving to be out here on tour.
I gotta say, this player is in full flight at the moment. Just sit back and watch how awesome they are at the moment.
On behalf of Rich Beam and all the hard-working folks at 2K Sports, I'm Luke Elvey. Thanks for joining us. See you next time. 2K Sports and the PGA Tour, proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Shriners Hospitals for Children Open is about to start. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group today.
Hi Luke, I'm pleased to be following this featured group as there are rumours of quite a rivalry kicking off between these two players.
No kidding, Henny. This player, he seems to have picked out Bubba Watson as the man to beat. That's ambitious.
Luke, you know when you think that you've got a player on the ropes, maybe they're in the middle of the trees, in the middle of a bunker, and you think they've got no shot. And then they do, in fact, put it to 2 feet. And then you're really frustrated. That's Bubba every single time. He's that player.
No, you can't out-Bubba Bubba, can you? There's nothing elementary about this, Watson, is there? Can't wait to see how this rivalry plays out, though. The second at TPC Summerland is a par 4 measuring 469 yards from the back tee. It plays slightly downhill, so a strong drive here will set up even just a short iron approach. However, there's a huge waste area to the right, so accuracy off the tee is required. The smart option here is to lay back with the 3-metal and give yourself a full shot in, and also take 1 club less into this green as it will release down the slope. And what's in front of them there, Henny?
Our wind's just going to knock the ball down. It's straight at the back.
Going with the 9-iron, I think.
The perfect wind swing. Nice and easy.
What's in front of them, Henny?
This is a 12-footer here. This for a birdie run.
Steady on. It's just about 3 feet away.
This is what they have left for a par.
Good looking putt. Colin Morikawa currently on top of the leaderboard here. The third hole at TPC Summerland is a very strong par 4 measuring 492 yards. There's a huge ravine that works right up through the middle of this. It requires a very strong drive up the right half to go at this green in 2. There is a big fairway to the left if you want to tuck over and get up and down for your par that way. Few players in the history of the game have had a bigger impact so early in their career than Colin Morikawa, Rich. Some comparisons go as close to Tiger Woods.
As they should be currently right now with what he has done in the game so far in his young career. He's come out each and every week and put pressure on every single player because of his ball striking and because they know that there's no weaknesses in his game other than sometimes the putter. But when you hit it as good as he does, you're bound to make a putt now and again. And each and every week when he shows up, players on the driving range are looking at him going, okay, he's here. I got to have my A game.
Certainly feels like sky's the limit for Colin Morikawa.
2 major championships under his belt right now. Surely more in his future.
And now we can take a look at how that play affects the leaderboard. Moving down the leaderboard after that hole. The 4th at TPC Summerland is a pretty straightaway par 4 measuring 450 yards from the back tees. The fairway bunkers down the left and right are to be avoided. Really, not much to this hole, just be accurate on approach. Even for the day. Great looking shot this. Yeah, that was a safe play. And this putt to move into the top 10. Oh, get in. That's one of those putts that you're proud of at the end of a round. They all add up. I will take that and a spot in the top 10 to boot. The 5th at TPC Summerland is a par 3 measuring 197 yards. Depending on where they put the tees on this hole ensures the type of club you need to get at it. If you're going at it, make sure you avoid that bunker that's short and right. Oh, good shot that. Right inside the range.
Made birdie on the last. Looking for a second in a row here.
This really looks good.
He's got a par putt here. Let's see if he can make it. You've finished your work on that hole. Let's take a look at the next one.
John, what's going on out there?
Hey guys, we are checking in with Ricky Fowler as he gets set for his next shot here on the 8th.
Now 5 strokes behind. The 6th at TPC Summerlin is a snaking par 4, playing 430 yards. There's a big waste area up to the left-hand side that needs to be avoided. If you can position your drive on the right half of this fairway, it gives you the best shot up the hill to a green that is not protected by any bunkers. From about 130 yards here, 5 strokes behind our leader. Now that looked pretty good the whole way. Setting up here with a very long putt.
Come on, ball. Come on.
And you hold it. What a monster. I will take that also into the top 5 now. And now to Bubba Watson.
He's happy, just came off a birdie.
Let's get back to it, shall we? Colin Morikawa doing what he does best. He's leading this tournament as we head to the next hole. The 7th at TPC Summerlin is a short par 4 measuring just 382 yards off the tips. Really, you just want to avoid the trees on the left-hand side because that will prevent you getting at the green, which is well guarded by bunkers and trees. Lay up, short right, a nice little wedge in here, and try and make a birdie. This shot from 120 yards. 3 shots off the lead. Wow, what a shot. And a chance to move into a tie for second here. That was a gallant attempt. An opportunity to make their par. In she goes. Let's head to the next. The 8th at TPC Summerlin is a big par 3 playing 239 from the tips. A well-struck shot will avoid the gully here, but anything to the left half can roll off the green. The bunker short rider also to be avoided, so you don't make a sloppy bogey. Well, now you just got to pray for a good lie, because that one's heading towards the sand. That was a bit of a miscue.
Well, definitely the wind had to have gotten a hold of that one.
This would be a great up and down. Oh, that one just missed the hole. Oh, a lovely opportunity to save par here. Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? Just 3 feet to the cup. Our work here is done. Let's head to the next hole. Our leader is Colin Morikawa as we head to the next. Wow, that was just striped. Rich, I know you love being here in Vegas, perhaps for different reasons than watching the golf tournament, but while we're here at the tournament, tell me a bit more about Shriners' impact on the game and this entire region.
Luke, I fail to see what you mean by that. I think Vegas is a very nice, wholesome city that I do enjoy coming to visit. But the golf course is fantastic. It's held at TPC Summerlin every single year, and it used to be the venue where they had the last round, but now every round is here, and I think the players enjoy that. I think they like being at the same golf course each and every day. They get a feel for it, and I think that's why the scores historically year in and year out are so much lower than they were in the past. I think it's a really good opportunity to go out there and make a ton of birdies, but that's not the easiest thing to do, is it? Getting comfortable making 7, 8, 9 birdies around. Some players don't have that comfort zone. And so I'm always interested to see the players that get into that zone each and every day and are making that many birdies to see if they can sustain it for 4 straight days.
Rich, how are we looking after 9?
Well, Luke, this rivalry we have been watching has been fun. This player is behind their rival as we make the turn, and it'll be fun to see how this matchup shakes out.
Here's Ricky Fowler from earlier.
He's a sharp shooter from short range, isn't he?
Okay, time to return to the action. Second shot here at the 10th. Chosen the pitching wedge here.
Needs a little members bounce to the right.
And how about that for confidence? Going right at the pin here in the midst of their rivalry with Bubba Watson. Love seeing that sort of play.
And racking up their 5th birdie of the day. And that will take him to 3 under. Solid play finds that player moving up the leaderboard after that hole.
Well, now, things have gotten interesting. Closing the gap.
That was pummeled. Great drive. As we test ourselves here in the closing 9 at TPC Summerlin, what's the second shot into 11 like?
It's a very unfriendly second shot. This green sits above the fairway a good 4 to 5 feet. If you hit it long, you've got no hope of getting it up and down. A very scary shot, to say the least. If you walk away from a par here, happy days.
Now let's change gears and head over to Bubba Watson.
He's currently in second place, hoping to overtake the leader.
This putt to move into a share of second place. Ooh, nice putt to make for a birdie. And that will take him to 4 under. The 12th here at Summerlin is another short par 4. 442 yards off the tits, but plays slightly downhill and leaves just a short iron approach. The only real danger here is the big body of water that starts around 150 yards short and goes right up past the green. Most golfers these days, Rich, are quite generic style players. It's that hit it as far as you can, knock it on the green, try and hold some putts. But with Bubba Watson, we just got the artist back in the game, didn't we? We had someone who was prepared to do whatever it needed to be to get that ball in the hole. He's just astonishing to watch.
You know, to me, Luke, I think Bubba was born in the wrong era. I think he would have been better served with persimmon woods, Balata golf balls, and blades. And I think that he would be an even bigger impact on the game than he currently is, if that's even possible. I watch what he does with the modern equipment, and it's mind-blowing. He's one of the few players, Luke, that I will actually go in the driving range and watch hit golf shots because it is so fun to watch him aim 30 yards left and just try and hit these big sweeping hooks and fades and I mean, it's just unbelievable what he can do with the golf ball. His eye-hand coordination is simply the best in the game.
Well, that's a tremendous shot and sets up a wonderful opportunity.
2 big hits there, knocking it on this par 5 and 2.
Trying to get to 6 under now with this putt.
They've got this to pull ahead of Bubba. This rivalry is heating up today.
Wonderful putt. And that puts some real pressure on their rival now. As we look at the leaderboard, this player sits in second place behind Colin Morikawa.
I tell you what, inching closer to that top spot on the leaderboard, things are definitely heating up.
Choosing the 9-iron here. That might be one club too many. Yeah, well played. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
The perfect leave. Uphill, can be firm.
Was on a good line. That'll sting a bit. Right on 4 feet. Should make this one.
This is important. Big par putt here.
Well hold. Our current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead. The 15th at TPC Sutherland is a great short par 4. In fact, a lot will try and drive it in the tournament. If you want to lay it back, you've got around about 115 yards uphill to a green where you can't see those back hole locations. However, a good aggressive play here must avoid the pot bunkers around the greens or the big waste area to the left. A chance to make a birdie here or even an eagle. And now we go to the 18th, and this happened just a moment ago.
This is his third.
Okay, let's get back to it, shall we? An opportunity here to move into a tie for first.
Yes, and 3 holes to go. This is getting to be a nail-biter.
Just didn't drop. This is a par putt. And with that putt, now it's 6 under with a few to play.
Really going to have to dig deep here if they want to win this title.
This is a good time to get hot with the tournament on the line. The 16th hole at TPC Sutherland is the final par 5 on the course, Rich, and one the players can reach into.
Obviously, no hope leaving it short with your second shot in the water at 16. So most players bailing out, hitting it just over this green. If they draw a decent lie, they can chip it close, make birdie. However, not so easy. There's a couple of low areas and greenside bunkers to deal with along this green.
All right, we're going with an extra club here.
They say fortune favours the brave, Rich.
Definitely brave on that one, setting up a nice eagle opportunity, especially since they're one back of the lead.
Well, that's a bit disappointing. Now, this would be a timely one to hole. Let's make this putt.
I really hope this one drops for him.
And after that hole, this player is currently tied at the top of the leaderboard alongside the ever-present Colin Morikawa.
Gotta like it, moving up the leaderboard, never a bad thing.
Going with the 6 iron here. Oh, what a wonderful shot into the 17th and sets up another putt inside birdie range. Oh, that's frustrating. 3 feet to go here to the hole. Down she goes. Let's head to the next. And now to Bubba Watson.
Coming off a bogey on the last hole.
Oh my, how about that for a par?
Oh, a messy little lie in the bunker, but that is not a problem for this player. Yes, in the hole.
The 18th at TPC Sutherland is a 444-yard par 4 with a big body of water just beyond the gully, which you've got to drive. Make sure you avoid those bunkers on the right side to give you a good iron into this green. Playing from around 150 yards here. Currently tied for the lead. Opting for the 9 iron. Tell you what, they've got their rhythm going there. That's another green in reg.
The iron play today has been absolutely stellar.
Well, it's fair to say that this player ran the tables this week, Rich, and came up trumps in Las Vegas. Look at your Shriners Children's Open winner.
And nobody on the PGA Tour will be shining quite as brightly as this player the rest of the evening here in Las Vegas.
And Henny, that was some impressive play. To take down a rival of that caliber and to win the event, what a performance.
Yes, Luke, we doubted them, but they got the job done and they took down their hero. The rivalry is theirs and theirs alone, and they can boast about this on social media for, well, weeks now.
On behalf of Rich Beam, Henny Kuyak, John McCarthy, I'm Luke Elvey saying so long from 2K Sports. 2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Champions Invitational is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey, alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and out on the course following our feature group is the delightful Henny Koyak. Hello, Henny.
Hi, Luke. I'm looking forward to bringing you the action from the ground level for this week's featured group. Now, there's a sense of heightened competition this week, and this player has mentioned that they're starting up a rivalry this week with their playing partner.
And so this week, Henny, they're vying to beat Tony Finau. This should inspire some brilliant play.
Oh, Tony Finau will not be letting up this week, Luke. But he's such a nice guy, you almost don't want to beat him. I mean, it's tough, but you must. I don't think you're going to outdrive him, that's for sure. But iron play, well, maybe you can get him there. You have to putt well, though.
Tony Finau might be a big cuddly teddy bear, but when it comes to playing on a golf course, he's going to try and strangle you to death. Good luck trying to beat Tony Finau. There is literally no weakness in this man's game. Now he knows how to win. Atta boy, good shot. Well, Rich, it's become a bit of a new age thing on tour. A couple of rivalries that heat up on social media. We've seen a number of other players that call each other out. What have you made of this social media age?
Well, you better have thick skin if you're going to get into the social media arena. Thankfully, they didn't have it when I was out there on tour, because I don't know if I could handle it. I certainly couldn't be trusted with it back then. But I think if you're going to go into that arena, you have to treat social media like it's just something that it's fun to do. If you do go down that rabbit hole in social media, you better be prepared for the consequences.
And let's have a look at Tony Finau.
He's trying to pull ahead in this group rivalry. Let's see what happens.
This putt coming up is for birdie. Yes, they've made it. Currently 1 under for the day. Time to take a look at what this par 4 might be in order.
Nice birdie in the last hole for a change. First one of the day. They needed it desperately. Now, next hole, looking for more.
Oh, absolutely flushed. And now over to Tony Finau.
He's got some work to do, but he's only 1 back from his rival.
Let's catch up with the current proceedings. Well, this is some lovely momentum to take into the tournament, coming off a last start win, Rich.
Can't think of any better momentum. Obviously, the player is firing on all cylinders. Sit back, watch, and enjoy it.
Nice shot, that. That should find the surface. That's an absolute ripper. What a shot.
And that would be back-to-back birdies for this player.
Putt is underway.
A wonderful putt. You can claim it. Back-to-back birdies.
Gotta like it. 2 in a row.
Here we are at Echo Park Golf Club, the 4th hole, and it's a big brute of a par 4.
Off the tee, your eyes look down the left-hand side and see 2 massive bunkers and obviously the water. So anything right of that is just fine. If you find the fairway, second shot is downhill just a little bit to a long, narrow green that has got bunkers down the right-hand side. Distance control with that second shot is absolutely imperative if they want to have a good look at birdie.
Oh, I like that strike. This one's heading well towards the green. Good chance, this one. Right on 6 feet.
He's staring down a birdie putt here.
Oh, how about that one? And with that, he'll move to 3 under par. Looking to ride the momentum after coming off a birdie here with this shot. Going with the 7.
All right, he's going with a little extra club, gone against the caddy here. Let's see if it was the right shout.
Terrific approach and a chance for a birdie here on the 5th.
Luke, nothing gets past you. Yes, this kid is a stud.
Oh, so close. Par putt coming up here. That was a sensational approach, Rich, but you've got to feel like an opportunity was lost.
Wondering if it was nerves that came into the equation there, being just 1 off the lead.
Second shot here on the 6th.
This one is all over it.
That's right out of the copybooks. Exquisite. Oh, good look at birdie here. Hey, nice looking line. Let's take a look at what Tony Finau's up to.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
So after that effort, this is the current standings on the course. Currently at -4 for the round. Teeing off here at the 7th. Oh, well played. Well, Rich, this won't come as a big surprise, will it? Because there's a lot of people talking about this player. They've been performing beautifully all season, and many think they can win this event.
It's never a surprise when you speak this player's name. They've been so good all year long. They've got to be one of the favorites, not only for this tournament, but also for the season-long FedEx Cup.
Just a 4-footer remaining.
Looking for another birdie here.
Okay, steady now. Just 6 feet between he and the hole.
This looks like it's got the speed and the line.
And let's have a look at Tony Finau.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Managing to maintain their position on the leaderboard. We have a par 3 on this one. Well, this one's going right at the flag. Left yourself an opportunity. Trying to get to 5 under with this putt. Get excited. This could go in. Ooh, a little bit of a rush of blood by the looks of it. Big putt for par coming up. And there it is. And finds himself in a share of the lead. This hole is a long par 4. And Henny, what's he looking at here?
Setting up here from about 200 yards.
Opting for the 5-iron.
Has got this thing dialed in here, looking good.
Okay, that'll work. And now over to Tony Finau.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
And this putt will take them to 5 under.
Little birdie look in here.
Ooh. It's just about 3 feet away. Hey, that's a chance. Well, a lovely position for this player, Rich. Tied for the lead as they make the turn.
Yeah, you always want to be up or in the lead going in the final 9 holes. That's what they practice for. That's what they want to be. They want to be in this position. Let's see how it all plays out.
Yeah, give yourself a pat on the back. It's been a good year. 3 wins so far this season. Nicely done. And here we are with the third shot. He shares the lead. Didn't that look good for a long time? Nice recovery there.
Great touch.
And just a little bit of clean-up work remaining on this hole. Currently 5 under for the round. The 11th at Echo Park is a par 4 stretching at 430 from the back tees.
Just a slight bit uphill off the tee shot. Find a spot at that far bunker, Luke, that you want to aim at and go ahead and turn it loose. From there, second shot goes over a nice little meandering stream that wanders throughout the golf course to a green, clover-like in appearance, but I gotta say, this is really one of the coolest holes on the golf course. I love it.
You like that, didn't you? Let's take a look at what Tony Finau's up to.
He's currently in 4th place. Oh, I guess they're seeing something I'm not. They're going with less club here. Interesting.
All right, Henny. What's he got in front of him here with this putt?
He's looking at around 14 foot, I'd say. This for back-to-back birdies.
Just a short putt remaining here. And after that performance, they'll stay right where they are in the standings. Teeing off here on the 12th hole. And choosing the 8-iron here. Oh, this one should find the surface. Good shot, this.
Well, usually Tony Finau is the tall order. But after that shot, I think beating it and getting inside it is the new tall order. What an approach.
Gee, that's good playing. 6 birdies in a round. And that will move him to 6 under par. And after that hole, he's now alone at the top of the leaderboard. Well, the 13th hole here at Echo Park Golf Club is not as kind. A big hole at 504 from the tips.
Well, thankfully, it's slightly downhill off the tee, but yes, avoid those bunkers down the right-hand side, and of course, that meandering brook that is a feature of this golf course. Big hitters can actually take it over everything down the right-hand side, but that's for the brave few. Second shot downhill slightly to a massive green. Just some big bunkers on the left-hand side, but plenty of bailout room over to the right.
Golf became a power game, and there's few players out on tour that have more prodigious power than Tony Finau. If he really wants to go full tilt, Rich, it feels like everyone's playing for second.
He is a dynamic player that has the ability to make birdies in bunches. The ball striking, I think, is always going to be brilliant. Watching him when he was on the Korn Ferry Tour, graduated to the PGA Tour, and just keep watching the steady progression. Each and every week, he just seems to get a little bit better, and the confidence level is over the moon with this kid. And to bundle it all up, Luke, he's one of the nicest guys in the world. You want to root for a Tony Finau. He is such a likable, lovable guy, I believe, that you can't help but root for him. And the wins that he didn't get are just heartbreaking, and we felt the pain alongside with him. I love watching this guy play. I root for him every single week.
The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. It's time to begin this par 4 hole. And after a par at the last, a chance to perhaps signal some intent. Wonderfully played. And Henny, what's he looking at here?
Setting up here from about 145 yards.
Going with the 9-iron, I think. Got to admire that talent. Just green after green in regulation.
It has been fantastic to watch all week long. This player is dialed in.
And let's have a look at Tony Finau.
Yeah, he just made bogey on that last one.
So after that effort, let's have a look at the contenders and the pretenders. Leading by a shot after that hole. Well, let's get amongst this 15th hole.
Good birdie on the last. What's in store now?
Not bad. This shot coming from around the 150-yard marker. He leads the field by a stroke. Choosing the 9-iron here. This one's going right at the pin here. That's a great shot here at the 15th and sets up a look for birdie. And now over to Tony Finau.
He's just coming off a drop shot on that last hole.
And back to the play, shall we? A chance for a birdie if this goes down. Wow, back-to-back birdies, and what a time to make them.
Yeah, we're just a slim lead coming down that stretch. Anything can happen.
I'm pretty sure this player will be buoyed by that birdie back at the last. Let's see if they can deliver another one. Opting for the 9-iron. This looks to be hit pretty well from where I'm standing. Well, that certainly makes putting a lot easier when you can hit a shot like that. Always nice to have a birdie putt. Hang on, this looks pretty handy. And that will drop in for a birdie. He sits in first position.
2 holes to go, Luke. Can they hang on?
Now at the 17th hole.
Oh, look at that. You don't want that ball back.
Oh, what a shot by our leader.
Wow, was that a massive drive there. Holy cow.
This one from about 160 yards out. Now a 3-shot lead over the field. That could play. How close was that to going in the hole? Great shot. Let's take a look at what Tony Finau's up to.
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Be nice to see this one go down. Let's see if they make it. That will drop, and it will extend the lead. And a chance to ice the tournament here. Holding the lead, playing the last. Lovely effort, that. Time for the second shot on the 18th. A chance to chip in here and snatch the title. Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? All right, let's keep the focus here. This is to win the event.
Their short game today has been absolutely sublime fun to watch.
Oh, just missed. Okay, so luckily they've got another chance to get the win here. Well, Rich, they say winning becomes a habit, and this player's certainly making a habit of it.
Absolutely. All tournament long, they just played outstanding golf. Hats off to them.
And Rich, I think you mentioned earlier that this player was your favourite. Well picked.
Listen, it's not a hard pick, is it? This player has consistently been there all season long. There's no reason why not to pick them to win. They just make me look smart. That's about it.
Well, that's all we've got time for today. On behalf of myself, Luke Elvey, Rich Bean, Henny Koyak and John McCarthy, plus all the hard-working folks behind the action at 2K Sports, thanks for tuning in. Look forward to your company next time.